Hey guys, it's Max from Closed In. In this video, I want to show you how we connect Claude Code to Instantly and how we kind of handle all our operations directly through Claude Code. For us, it's been super helpful also on an analytical perspective because Claude Code gets access to everything inside of Instantly. You can make it do analyses, allow it to change campaigns, copy, all the kind of stuff to run all of your outbound campaigns. And for us, it's like a big time saver and also a big improvement on everything that we run. So I thought it would be for you guys as well to run you through it. So where I want to start is Claude Code and how we use it. We actually use a CLI wrapper being VS Code. And in VS Code, we use Claude Code. I'm going to run you through all of it. I'm going to do it at a relatively slow pace. So I think everybody should be able to replicate this directly. And from just this roughly 10-minute video, you should be able to replicate the whole setup. Here we go. So here I have a tab of VS Code open. First thing you do, you just download the app and then you go in here, you have extensions and you already see Claude Code for me. You download it and then you have it. From there, what you do, you can get the symbol here for like the Claude symbol. You can open a chat. So here I open a chat, I can close this. Now here we have Claude Code. The good thing about running Claude Code through VS Code is that you have direct access to play in which local folder you want to deploy Claude Code. And this is nice because we can give it specific context that we want it to have. For example, I'm going to open a folder for a specific client. All of the folders or all of the documents in that folder relate to that client. When I deploy Claude Code in that folder, it has all the context. And whenever I ask it something in that folder, it will know what to answer. It sounds a bit abstract, but I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So from here, I want to open my Finder to show you like the local setup file. Here is my Finder. So we have Max, which is just like my starting point, and then I have a folder for CC projects, Claude Code. And here we have like Closed In, which is our company, and then we have like all our client folders there. For this example, I'm gonna create a new folder just to show you. So for example, we call it YouTube test video. And let's say there's like some information in this folder about what I need to know. From here, I can open VS Code in that specific folder. So what I do is I go to File and Open Folder. I go here, CC Projects, and here we have the YouTube test video folder that I just created. We open that. And now you see like similar to what we had just before. Just now we can see at the top that this is the YouTube test video folder. I'm gonna open Claude Code. So this is like kind of like the base setup. And as you can imagine, the more documents you input in your local folder, the more context it's gonna have on everything that is in that folder, which over time, for example, if you have a client like us or even our own company, we have it for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. All the time you keep putting all the important documents in the folder and the context will grow and it will learn more about the company. And yeah, that's of course super nice, especially when doing client work. And at some point it can transcend between clients as well. If you find like a solution for one client and you want to apply it to a different client, it becomes like a big web of knowledge and information over time. Okay, now to get more in detail on how we actually make this actionable, I want to go into Instantly. So let's pull up Chrome tab. Here we go, Chrome. So I now go to Instantly, log in, put this into full screen, put this to the side. You see here, this is our closed in Instantly account. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start by creating an API key. So I go to settings and I go to integrations, and under integrations, you can see integrations, webhooks, and API keys. We want an API key now. So API key, and I'm going to create a new key and I'm going to call it tester. For scopes, I want to give it all scopes so it can read and it can also create and update and all that stuff. That's what we want. Create it. And here, this is the key. So I'm going to copy the key. Now we go back to Claude Code. What I like to do here is just like talk to Claude Code full screen and just to give it context. So first of all, I'm going to type the API key, which is here. And then I'm going to turn on Super Whisper and show you like some stuff that it can do. Below, I pasted the API key of Closed In, the Instantly account. I want you to go into the account, check the analytics, tell me how many contacts we reached, individual contacts we reached over the last 7 days and how many positive replies we've gotten back. So let's paste this in. That's fine. And let's see what we get back. So it should be able from here to use the API key to actually see all of that data in the account. So in the meantime, we can actually go into the account and I can show you some of the analytics, like our backend, how we set everything up. So this is the analytics of the last 4 weeks. I see that it's glitching a bit. Let's see if we can refresh it. There we go. So over the last 4 weeks, you can see the sending volume was kind of irregular. We did 45 positive replies, 6.19% reply rate, 13.6K total sent, 4.5K contacts reached for the first time. So that's individual contacts. Let's see if Claude gave us something back already. Okay, look, now it's asking for permission. So what it wants to do and where it gets interesting is it wants access to the MCP. And with the MCP or the Model Context Protocol, it can actually go into the account and do actions inside of the account, which is what we want. So I'm going to give it access. Let's give access to all of that. Let's go back in here. So where this becomes interesting, and we're going to see that in a second, but what we can do is check, okay, which specific campaigns, for example, did we set up, which performed well, which didn't perform well. Because, for example, in a 4-week time period, you don't just run one campaign in most instances. Maybe you run 4 campaigns, and in those campaigns, you're testing different angles, different A/B messages, different value propositions. And from there, we don't have to analyze it manually, but we can ask Claude, like, analyze those campaigns and tell me which call to action performed the best on which segment that we were reaching out to. And that's where we can get way better learnings from this compared to if we were to do it manually. And also we can see, of course, if over time, like the reply rate is going up, and if we are also getting more opportunities or if we are getting fewer opportunities, it becomes way more interesting. Let's see what we have now here. Okay, so it's saying done, pull this from the connected instantly workspace. Okay, so it says individual contacts reached 1,300. Let's see if that is correct over the last 7 days. That is correct. Nice. Unique replies, 14 replies, 2 positive replies. Okay, so you can already see that this is like nice because from here we can also say, okay, what is, for example, the prospect to lead ratio? So how many prospects do we need to reach out to get back one lead? Which, if we go one step further there, that's how we kind of set out the whole pipeline and we determine how many leads do we need to fill in the top of the funnel in order to get a certain number of conversions at the bottom, because we have all these drop-off stages. So we have 1,000 leads top of the funnel going in. We have 2 positive replies. Then from that, we book 1 meeting, and 1 meeting equals 1 proposal. 1 proposal equals X percentage of conversion. Then we calculate it all the way to the bottom. And then we can, of course, determine, okay, if we want more conversions, we know exactly how many leads we need to put into the top of the funnel in order to get that amount. This is one part of the equation. What we can also do is tell it to create a campaign. So let's say I want you to create a call it YouTube test. I'm going to use Super Whisper because it goes a bit faster. I also want you to add some copy into the campaign. Make it something like, hi, first name. This is a YouTube test video. Kind regards, signature. Make it a 3-step sequence and also include A/B testing. Just put some random copy just for the example. So now we can actually make it create a campaign. And with just one campaign, of course, it's not going to be like a big time saver, but it's already saving a bit of time. But if you're creating, for example, 5 or 10 campaigns, yeah, it's a nice way to get rid of the manual tasks. So let's see what it's going to do now. Yeah, let me just pause the video here until we get back. Okay, nice. The campaign should be created right now. Let's see. So the campaign YouTube test, it says it's created. There's a draft, 1 sequence, 3 steps, each with A/B variants. Let's see and instantly if it is actually the case. We go to campaigns and there we have it. YouTube test. Nice. Let's open it. Let's check sequences. And there we go. Hi, first name. This is a YouTube test video. Kind regards. And I put Max instead of signature, but okay. Step 1, A/B testing. Step 2 with A/B testing. And step 3 with A/B testing. Nice. And this applies to anything. So you can also change the schedule, change the options. You can even remove or update leads. And then, of course, the analytics to the specific campaign. You can analyze it. You can analyze multiple campaigns at once. And I think this is where it becomes very strong and valuable. For example, we also use this to generate weekly reports for all of our clients to see, okay, what were the results of last week? What is going well? What is not going well? What do we need to change? What did we test? What are the learnings? All that kind of stuff. So I hope this was clear and that you got an idea of how we use VS Code to use Claude Code in combination with Instantly. That's it for this one, and all the best, guys. Good luck.